Hello there, I am a clarinetist. I play clarinet. That is one of my primary instruments. So, I'm just gonna see what happens on Wikihow. 10 reasons your clarinet might be squeaking and how to fix it. Step 1, your instrument isn't put together properly. Make sure that your clarinet is put together. Depending on the type of clarinet you play, there are usually several sections that connect together with cork tendons. You should ensure that the mouthpiece, barrel, upper and lower joints, and bell all fit properly. If you're a new player, make sure that the upper and lower joints are simulated properly for your hands. The upper joints for your left should be on your left side and vice versa with your right hand on your lower joint. Also, they gloss over something. Right here. If you look at an actual clarinet, at least for mine, I'll try to put an image on the screen. Future me, just cut to the thing that I'm talking about. Hey there, hi. Me again. You're in the home of a person who owns probably too many instruments. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna show you. This is future me here, and I'm just gonna. Give me a sec. Sorry about the poor quality. I almost forgot to put this in. There is. Yeah, so, right here, there is like a thing that moves up and down. Pretty neat. And right here, there's a thing that also moves up and down. There, here, right here. And so, when, let me sec, there's, okay. Now, these two parts, they'll line up together. When I push this thing up, they both go up. That's what's covering this thing right here. Yeah. I think it's like the mechanic for like the double register. Yeah, we just use this to like align our clarinets. Anyways, back to past. Oh god, back to nope. Back to I guess back to past me. Thank you, future me. Back to the regularly not scheduled content. Number 2, your reed isn't moist. A dry reed could be the culprit in your clarinet squeaking. Your reed should be firm, but not as hard as a rock. If your reed is new, it might need some extra time soaking in water to get out of moisture. Honestly, for like my band, the only TMs are open. What? Anyways, the only instruments that get to use the water cups are like the double reeds. Clarinets and saxes have to soak the reeds with their spit. Your mouthpiece is at the wrong angle. Place your reed mouthpiece at a 45 degree. What reed? What ligature is that? Also, why are you using a synthetic reed? Listen, not to diss on people who use synthetic reeds. I personally use one, but like, they kind of suck. Anyways, narrow opening should be right between the reed and mouthpiece itself to make the best sound possible. Yeah, that is accurate. Although not the 45 degrees part. I mean, we never really learned that. Even the smallest screws can hinder your playing ability. Don't hard to see though. Do a thorough visual examination. Determine any culprits. You detect a loose screw. Find screwdriver that fits. Hit screw back here. If you cannot find properly fitting screwdriver, you may need to find your local music score. You're biting down on the mouthpiece. Biting on the mouthpiece too hard may lead to squeaking. Clamping down just too hard with your top teeth, biting into the reed, your bottom teeth, or just applying too much pressure overall. It's not good for your teeth or the reed. Try to loosen up a bit, relax your neck and jaw. You should never bite on a reed. You could apply too much pressure and slide your bottom lip around, you know, to be like Leo P. But that's not really that good of an option. Number 6, your embouchure is bad. Avoid putting too much or too little of your mouth on the mouthpiece. Not be taking in enough. Or maybe taking it too much. Or just your mouth, your improvement. Your mouth is forming an alright airtight pouch around the mouthpiece. Mouthpiece simple. Practice good tongue placement or tonguing. Wrong tonguing techniques and put too much pressure on the reed and cut off airflow unevenly for too long, which can cause squeak. Place the top of your tongue tip at the very tip of the reed, tip of the tongue, tip of the reed, and practice this technique to see improvements. Number 8. You have poor mouth form. Make sure you're holding your mouth around the mouthpiece properly. To see if you have a correct mouth, see if you can finger a middle G, not a high G. A high G would be like the register. I call that a middle G. Why is it shaped like that? If it's supposed to be like it's coming from you, why is it not coming from the bell? Also, sorry, but this illustration of clarinet. Where is the A and G sharp key? A and G sharp key. Where are they? They have, like, there's the A hole, but not the key itself. You should clear altissimo E. No. What do you mean altissimo? Altissimo would be like double register. Alright, let's experiment with hand positioning. Also, this clarinet is into. That's something that happens on the bass clarinet, but not the regular clarinet. Experiment with hand positioning. Hand position can be a common issue. Your fingers are small, or if you're a new player. Your fingers may not be large enough to cover the tone holes. They may not be the way of the instrument, or they might still be learning proper finger coordination. If you're a young child working with a bulky clarinet, consider investing in a neck strap. The strap can transfer the weight of the instrument's arms and onto the neck. This can allow you to relax and focus on practicing. 10. Your fingers are too small. Research smaller clarinet. If your fingers are still too thin, consider some smaller varieties of smaller clarinets. Include the E-flat clarinet. Are you in Pindercari clarinet? Are you just gonna forget about the C clarinet? What did my boy C clarinet do to you? I mean, I get why you wouldn't list the A clarinet, because the A is lower than the B flat, but why you gotta do my man C like that, alright? Well, to make a correct clarinet embouchure. Well, assemble your clarinet, make sure you read the position correctly. It should be 4 to 8 inches above you. What does it need above you? Maybe if you play something like the contrabass, where the thing like extends upwards and then goes down, part of the instrument will be above you. I think it's meaning like there should be like very little space between the reed. Is your two healthy on flat? The reed about once and. I am looking at clarinet. Why are you advertising to me a trombone mute? I don't even own a trombone. Place your two front teeth on the flat surface opposite the reed, about 1 centimeter to 1.5 centimeters from the tip. Experiment with this as you get to playing. If this is great. I'm gonna actually try this tutorial. If I can get my freaking reed out. I have a box of reeds that's getting here pretty soon. So I'm not gonna have to use the synthetic for too long, but for this video I am going to have to. Just give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. Where did it? I just took it out and put it back in. Sometimes I amaze myself the things I do. I took out my synthetic reed and was like, dang, that was hard to get out. Put it back in and closed it up. I was like, huh, where did I put that synthetic reed? Anyway, so I've got my reed adjusted properly. My ligature as well. Okay. Place your bottom lip so it goes over your bottom key. Don't make too. Shove your lip on into your mouth and put your lip on. And you try to stretch your lower lip out as if you're putting on lipstick. I don't put on lipstick. I'm a guy. Which will flatten your chin and help you to produce a better tone. Wrap your lips around the mouth and closing the drawstring fashion. Make sure the air is locked and don't squeeze the reed too hard or you'll squeak. 5. Position your mouthpiece so it points down. If you point it forward, and create a greater sound. I cannot do this. It never instructed us to put our top lip down. So if you follow the tutorial exactly, the bottom part will be okay, but the top won't also have the top lip down, and thus people will be distracted with trying to keep that up. You can never told them to put it down. And if people are using Wikihow, they're probably using it to follow the tutorials exactly. Sit straight, don't slouch, and your back slouch and touch the chair. Scoot forward slightly in your seat. Airflow and tone quality. Yes, that is true. Stop recommending me mutes. I don't play trombone. Doesn't have any thoughts of blowing to the instruments. If you're not focusing on playing the instrument itself, you're probably not going to do good, since when you're playing an instrument, your main focus should be reading the music and then translating that to your instrument. If you're closing your eyes and thinking about happy thoughts, you're not going to be reading the music and playing what you're supposed to. How to get a good sound on the clarinet? Ooh, how to play the clarinet. Quality tested. One learning instrument. Get a clarinet appropriate for your purposes. You're just starting to clarinet in school, or did you learn to once in something I had a gathering mildew? But like, why is there so much reading? Yamaha 255. All I know is I have a Yamaha clarinet. Maybe I do have a 255. That looks to be a Buffett case. I have a Yamaha case, and it does not look like that. If you're a beginner, a plastic clarinet is recommended, as wood clarinets can be more difficult to play and maintain. Yeah. Then why did I get started off with a wooden clarinet? Yeah, at my band, they don't start off with beginner instruments, which have like worse tone and worse quality overall. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, alright. Yeah, beginner instruments usually just have like less key work and stuff. Top stack, bottom stack. People call them top joint and bottom joint. What if you use like a leather ligature like me? Yeah, again, with that 45 degrees. Why? After each use. How long is this tutorial? Why is this the picture that they used? How to place scales on the clarinet. Recognize flats and sharps. Understand key signatures. Flats make the notes sound lower, and sharps make them sound higher. Nope, I can't do this anymore, dude. No, I'm not going to. No.